Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think these guys in the West are heading towards a World War III. That's my prediction, and that could be stopped, I would think, only by Putin becoming crazy and unfortunately causing a calamity, or at least doing an experimental demonstration of I can destroy you. I can destroy us, actually. Why? Because I think if the Russians use tactical nuclear weapons to show these guys that, okay, this is the end of the line, maybe the fanatics, the zealots, the imbeciles on the other side will really get it. That's for real. I read an article earlier today where you have two imbeciles saying, and I'm going to read it for you, saying that we should not allow, we should not give in to Putin's bluffs in using nuclear weapons. Can you play with that? Anyway, so I'm going to show you here, and these are the predictions. These are the trajectories. The West, all right, let's call it the West, will send military instructors to Ukraine. They will. The Russians will blow them up. The West will claim self-defense because they were non-combative. They now combatant duty. They were just, teaching people. Therefore, that's a declaration of war. There you go. You see where the escalation is going? That's the first point. These guys will send military instructors. And I have a few articles, about 8 or 9, lined up to make my point. Only headlines from today and let's see, and today. Now, the other one is the West will allow Ukrainians to use the Western provided weapons to bombard Russian territory. Like the Russians bombard Ukraine's territory. But Russia bombards Ukrainian territory with Russian weapons. The Ukrainians will bombard Russian territory with someone who's not involved in a fight. Нет, что казалось? No, what are you talking about? No, it's not going to be like that. Why? Because they say so. They don't identify themselves, the West, as being the participants in the fight. Therefore, if they identify that way, you should respect that self-identification. But you have no right to identify yourself as anything else. Only we have the right to identify you as we feel fit to identify you as. You got that? I can, you can't, because we're equal. But that's the rules-based world order, the Pax Americana these guys are talking about. We can kick everyone in the teeth. You guys just take it and maybe you moan a little bit over there, okay? All right, so what's going on here? Let me show you. They will allow that. They will allow troops over there, and the Russians will fuck them up. And the Russians probably will escalate to a tactical nuclear weapon just for show. I have that also discussed by a think tank. So let's start with this. First article. Ukrainska Pravda, May 30th, 2024. And I'm reading the title. France prepares to send military instructors to Ukraine, per Reuters. Got that? That's the first one. And they have France may soon send military instructors to Ukraine despite concerns from some allies and criticism from Russia. Media reports indicate. Got that? Next article. Now this is funny. Ukrainska Pravda, again today, May 30th, 2024. Biden, the senile, sleepy, Biden approaching ban lift on Ukraine strikes on Russia with American weapons. So Biden is approaching the ban lift. So how is he approaching exactly? How can you assess that? By his statements? How is he approaching that? How do you know he's approaching? The decision has been made. This is just for baboons to make them, yeah man, why not? I mean, the president knows best. That's the best. Okay, that's per New York Times. They know that Biden is approaching ban lift. It's unbelievable. President Joe Biden is approaching a change in position to authorize Ukraine to strike Russian territory with American weaponry. They changed that with F-16s, they changed that with Abrams tanks, they changed that with Patriot systems, they changed that with HIMARS, they changed that with howitzers, they changed that with whatever infantry vehicles, okay, with Bradleys. They change each and every time. They said, we will not send troops, we're not going to be any troops on the ground. There will be. I suspect that they are already. But nevertheless, so that's the one. Biden is approaching like this. Hey, baby doll, let me tell you a little bit here and there. A little bit of, I don't know, suave. Jesus Christ, man. Now, Ukrainska Pravda. Thursday the 30th. Denmark, you know where that, do you know what Denmark is? Do you know where Denmark is? You know how big Denmark is? Well, you know how strong Denmark is? Okay, I'm not making fun, but Denmark is going to send some F-16s to Ukraine. Denmark to allow Ukraine to strike targets in Russia with Danish-supplied F-16s. Got that? But Denmark is not involved in the war. It's the Ukrainians fighting the Russian invaders. Got that? All right, I'm not like Bernie Sanders. Got that? With his... Anyway. So here you have this title. I think they will send what? Here you have. Next one. We have Ukrainska Pravda. MP, and I'm going to show you this garbage pan, from Scholz's party calls for Ukraine to be allowed to use German-supplied weapons against Russia. I'm going to show you how these guys... I'm not saying you should not look decent or, you know, civilized or with class, but saying things like this, that nullifies your position. I'm going to show you this guy. This is the MP. Beautiful position with the legs crossed because he's hiding his pussy, but here he is. This is the intellectual who says that, yeah, we should, man, but Russia cannot destroy me and my family. Nine. Niemals. Warum? Weil ba. Okay, let's move to the next one. And it's so irritating. Ukrainska Pravda, German Chancellor, that dickhead, you know, proper. German, I'm losing my... German Chancellor advocates allowing Ukraine to use Western weapons for strikes on Russian territory. Right here. Thursday, the 30th of May, 2024. You don't believe me? Here is a dickhead. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, here it is. Next one. We're going to go to, wow, this country. From Ukrinform, I want to break the news. Finland allows Ukraine to use Finnish weapons against targets in Russia. Foreign Minister, I think she's a woman. Nothing wrong with that, because she has a lot of expertise in fighting wars. Anyway, there she is. Or, I think she is, I don't know. Yeah, Elina Valtonen. So, Finland allows Ukraine to use. All right, next one. We're going to go to Sputnik. This is the title. Again, for an hour ago. Macron seeks to form EU coalition for sending military instructors to Ukraine, reports. Got that? You don't believe me? I'm going to show you Macron too, if you don't believe me. Right there. You see his little horns over there? All right. Let me put it this way. There you go. And he's... Asseyez-vous, s'il vous plaît. And so on. That guy. And then we have another article here. Russia Today, I think that's right. I said this, I said it many times before. You can claim whatever. The West depends on Putin's rationality to avoid World War III. I think that's very accurate. I think it's very accurate. And now let me look on my little iPad. And let me read you something else here. All right, where are you? All right, here. CNN. Okay, CNN. And the title is Time to Call Putin's Bluff. And we have two traitors, I would say. Adam Kinzinger, all right, and Ben Hodge. Now, Adam Kinzinger was a House representative who just lost it. I don't know if he ever had it, but never. He's however the wind blows. So he says that it's time to call Putin's bluff. That is, and I read a little bit from this article, just skim through, blah, blah, blah. I don't need, it's not too intellectually challenging. Okay, so he says that Putin threatens with nuclear weapons. We should just ignore that because it's just baby talk. He's not going to do it. Would you take a chance for your children? Would you take a chance for your children, in the name of your children? I wouldn't. Don't you think there's no other way? So, hey, that's a bluff. What if it happens? Can I find Mr. Kinzinger and talk to him? Just verbal, just talk. Can I? No, he's going to change. He's going to say, well, or maybe he's not going to be around. Maybe some other people will talk to him first. That's another one. And let me see if it's another one that I wanted to discuss here. No, that's it, my friends. No, here, Mom, sorry. Reuters, very important. Right here. Think tank, right? Think tank close to Kremlin says Russia should consider a quote-unquote demonstrative nuclear explosion. Where? In Berlin? In London? In the North Sea? Where? And don't punish. I hope the Russians will not punish the Ukrainians for these criminals. I hope they don't. And I'm pretty sure they will not, because they know who's who, what's what. I'm not saying they should use that, but we're gonna get to that. This is one prediction. These guys with their, troops on the ground are just advisors and the trainers, with the military, hitting with our weapons, which is going to be probably the instructors using those weapons. Again, just a gut feeling. I have no information on that one. Only Colonel McGregor has information of this kind. So anyway, here it is. I'm not mocking Colonel McGregor. I like him very much. I would intend to invite him on my channel when I'm going to be done from here, from my assignment. All right, my friends. Prognosis. I think that's going to happen. The Russians are going to escalate. This guy's going to play victim from halfway. And the Russians, unfortunately, screwed up 2.5 years or 3 years of war, when all this could have been reached in the first 2 months. But the Russians were not serious. Whereas that article says, the West depends on Putin's rationality to avoid World War III. A madman would have used that. A madman, like, I know, from the East Mediterranean Sea. No. Not that guy. One of those guys. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Where's my little... See what I got? Tinini.